Roughly 13,000 auto workers in the United States went on strike last week as part of the United Auto Workers Union attempt to get better working conditions and benefits for workers across the industry. Now the big three automakers are going to face weeks, months possibly, with factory slowdowns and maybe even stops. You know what's the most bothersome about this is the industry, the auto industry, the three big, made almost $170 billion, with a B, $170 billion in revenues, what they had last year.
Right.
And they say, well, we can't pay you this little extra money. We can't change anything we're doing.
Yeah, as the CEO, is getting grilled, why did you make an extra $30 million last year?
Yeah.
But you can't raise these workers' wages over a period of 4 years. And that's the thing people need to understand. These workers are not going out there saying, give me all my demands today. I need these by the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're saying, look, over the next 4 years, let's create a structure where we get an increase this year, we get an increase next year.
Totally reasonable.
It really
about
is.
this, even though some people have said, I think even some of the folks running the strike says, yeah, I know we're asking for a lot. But really, are they really asking for a lot? I don't think so. Not when a company is making $170 billion. The three major companies, they have money to spread around. And when they have money, they should do that. These workers took a big cut, didn't they? When there was a decline, workers said, okay, you're right, we want to keep our jobs, we got to do our jobs. And they did it. They delivered what was asked of them. Here's the real problem I see. You've got the Chamber of Commerce, you've got Associated Industries, you've got the White House that say, come on across our border. Now, why do you think that's happening? What do you think's going on there? Because they know that's a whole generation that's going to replace these folks that have the right to strike. That's the plan. U.S. Chamber of Commerce has spent $1 gazillion trying to open the borders. So has Associated Industries. White House, Biden has fallen right into it. Yeah, we're going to open our borders. It has nothing to do, it's all about a financial thing. These people are going to come over, they're going to take these jobs eventually, just like they did where they came from. Mexico, what does an auto worker make, $5 an hour? So they're going to come here and make $6 or $7 an hour, and that's going to be a big deal to them. This is another paradigm shift, just like we talked about in the Hollywood story. This is a paradigm shift. It's happening right before our eyes. Lower wages, declining share increase, bottom economy up, forget it. If a guy can't make enough money to buy a new house, buy a new car, have just the basics of life, the economy suffers. But when you put $35 in some of these folks' hands, they can live a better quality of life. They can vacation. They can do all of these things that really matter. And the economy grows from the bottom. Yeah. And that's what we're going to lose here with what's getting ready to happen.
Yeah. And I mean, look, on the immigration issue, we have more demand here in the United States than we have workers. Mm-hmm. So the studies are very clear on this. If we do not get people coming across the borders, not necessarily in the auto industry, right, but there's tons of industries that cannot exist if we don't have these people coming across. But again, with what these auto workers are demanding here, and like you said, the union leaders say, we know we're asking a lot. And that's partially because, too, you ask for more than you need, so that way when you negotiate, you do come down, hopefully, to the level where you wanted it in the first place. But we got, 70 days?
Right.
70 days worth of surplus before we start to see some real impacts here.
Globalization, we talk about all the time. This is the effect. Okay, globalization used to mean we're going to go to India. We're going to pay, dirt wages in India. But what if you don't have to go to India? What if you don't have to go to Mexico? What if you bring them here? The overhead is even less. You don't have to build a plant in Mexico. You don't have to build a plant in India. They're right here. You got the plant. You can even lower, your profit margins even increase. Again, it's just corporate America. There's no bounds to what these folks are willing to do.
Wasn't it Tom DeLay years ago when he went to Saipan and he said, oh my God, this is we should do this here in the United States. He was at a sweatshop.
Yeah, I remember your story. You caught so much flack from the right wing, and it was just, Tom, where is that guy? Did he die, Tom DeLay?
God, I don't. We've got so many wackos in Congress today that I had forgotten about them until just now.
Farron Cousins, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.